A very good evening, everyone. I'm Netmini Divyanjali, moderator for today's evening. I'm delighted to welcome you all to the IEEE Newbies Welcome, organized by the IEEE Student Branch of University of California. To welcome the gathering, let me invite the chairperson of the IEEE Student Branch of University of California, Mr. Mihidu Ranasinghe. Mihidu Ayya, over to you.
Thank you, Nethmini, and good evening to everyone who presents today. And it's an extreme pleasure to welcome you all for the IEEE Newbies Welcome 2021, organized by IEEE Student Branch of University of California, Sri Lanka. So, on behalf of the IEEE Student Branch, I would like to offer my regards to everyone who is joining us in this evening. And also, I would like to convey my regards to the special speakers of the day. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation and coming over for this evening. So the main purpose of this event is to give you an introduction on what IEEE is and the opportunities that people can gain by joining with IEEE, especially as an undergraduate and especially as an undergraduate student member. And I would like to mention that wait until the end of this event and we will unveil some attractive offers that are waiting for you in this year. So the schedule of the event will be mainly focusing on 3 segments. The first segment for an introduction to IEEE, which will be conducted by Mr. Vidura Dhananjaya, who is a co-chairperson of IEEE Young Professionals Let's Talk, and also who is a volunteer award winner of STEMA Foundation Sri Lanka, and also a trainee project manager at Arimak Lanka Private Limited. And the second segment will be on Ieee Extreme, which will be conducted by Mr. Indrajit Akanaika, who is a lecturer, Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering from Open University Sri Lanka. And as the third segment, Ms. Nuvini Chaminti, who is the Vice Chairman of IEEE Young Professionals Sri Lanka, and also Ambassador of Women Tech Maker Sri Lanka, and also who works as a team lead at Fortitude, will be sharing her experience with IEEE so far. And I'm pretty sure that it will be a really interesting story for all of you for sure. So today we are going to give you a very special $5 discount in addition to the common offers, especially for the early birds who will be joining IEEE after this event today. So you can have some more information about that in between the event and within next couple of minutes. So yeah, without any further ado, let's start the session. And again, I would like to welcome you all for the session, and I would like to welcome you all to join and enjoy the session. So thank you very much, and over to you, Nethmini.
Thank you so much, Mihidu Ayya, for that warm welcome. I would like to make a quick announcement to all the participants. If you get any questions throughout the session, you may use the chat box to drop them in. We'll be able to answer them during the Q&A session. Now I'd like to invite Mr. Vidura Dhananjaya. He is well known in the IEEE Sri Lanka community for his volunteering work. He is a volunteer award winner of STEMA Foundation Sri Lanka. He is the co-chair of IEEE Young Professionals Let's Talk, and he works at Arimak Lanka as an intern project manager. Now he will share his thoughts and experience about IEEE community.
Hi, Vidura. Have you shared that? I didn't receive it.
I hope you guys can see me. Yeah, I hope you guys can see me, right?
Yes, we can
see.
Vidura, we can.
Awesome. So without getting into IEEE, let me tell you why I'm like this on the phone, the mobile, doing you the presentation. So first of all, let me in which language you guys prefer to continue this, in English or Sinhala or in Singlish? Anyone?
Better it is in Singlish.
Singlish, okay. Hari, Singlish
Vidura, have you shared the?
Yeah.
Vidura, have you shared the presentation with me? I have not received it.
Yeah, I have sent it to you via WhatsApp.
Okay.
Cool. First of all, let me tell you one thing I learned from IEEE. Be prepared for anything. ඕනම දෙයකට last year line එකේ තමයි IEEE ඉගෙනගත්ත පළවෙනි දේ. මොකක්ද දන්නවද? මේ session එක කරන්න විනාඩි 30කට කලින් මගේ laptop එක crash වුණා. Windows නැහැ. Windows ගියා. ඉතින් මට මුකුත් කරගන්න විදිහක් නැහැ. Zoom එන්න presentation, there's nothing to do. What I can do is I have my presentation with me. So what I'm doing is I'm sharing it to Mihindu and I'm joining via mobile, telling someone to share the presentation, and then I can continue. Unfortunately, I don't know how to put virtual backgrounds in mobile. So that's how you become a project manager while learning all the skills from IEEE. Cool. Let me tell if anyone shares the screen. Mihindu, can you find it? Cool, nice. What IEEE brings to you? Good. Can you put it in presentation mode if you don't mind? Okay. Awesome. So it's about what IEEE brings to you. So what IEEE brought to me is get ready to any situation without having any second thoughts. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm Vidur Bandara and I'm here today to tell you what IEEE can bring to you. Next slide. Can we switch to the next slide? Good. So when it's come to me, I'm a CS undergraduate. I don't think I can no longer call myself as an undergraduate. Cool. In KDU. And I'm the membership development subcommittee chairman for this year in IEEE SAC Sri Lanka section, and I'm the co-chairman and for Young Profession Sri Lanka Let's Talk. And I'm one of the most valuable volunteer award winners in STEM of Education Foundation, and 4+ years in serving as an IEEE volunteer. And I'm really glad to share the stage with the person who brought me to IEEE scene back in 2015 when I was just a school kid. She's there. And when I was joining IEEE back in 2018, she was the SSR and I was just a freshman, and here we are today. Next slide. Cool. අපේ chat එක මම හිතන්නේ on කරලා තියෙන්නේ. Let me open the chat. Cool. IEEE වලින් මොනවාද ඕගලන්ට ඕනේ? ඉක්මනට type කරලා දාන්න IEEE වලින් මොනවාද ඕගලන්ට ඕනේ කියලා. Guys, just type really quickly what you guys really need from IEEE in your aspect. What's your requirement from IEEE? Type it. We have the chat. I want to see what you guys expect IEEE to give you. I don't see any messages coming up in the chat box. So that means you guys don't want anything from IEEE, or you guys don't have an idea of what you can get from IEEE. ඔයගොල්ලෝ IEEE වලින් මොනවාද ඕනේ කියලා ඉක්මනට type කරලා chat එකට දාන්න. මම බලන් ඉන්නේ මොනවාද ඕනේ කියලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ කියනකම්. Still I can't see anything. Why is that? We have 90 people here but 0 messages. That's the irony. So basically, skills development. Yes, a group of people whom I can go to when work life feels stressed. Yes, totally. That's the main point of being in the IEEE family for me itself. And the skills development, I can see only 2 messages. That means you guys need real go through about what IEEE can bring to you. So in that, I'm not going to stress you out with what is the mission and the vision and what is the motto or anything sort of that you can find on the internet. I'm going to tell you what IEEE can bring to you, what values that IEEE can bring to you, as well what Sri Lankan section brings to you specially. Okay, let's go to the next slide. No, this is the slide. Okay. When it's come to the IEEE, no, this one, yeah. When it's come to the IEEE is the biggest and the most recognized professional body when it's come to the field of engineering and computing. I hope all of you guys are coming from engineering or computing background, which means joining with IEEE adds value to your CV, which means you guys know good CV brings and lands good jobs, right? So basically, if you want to go a good job, you really easily can find one in IEEE. I'm just giving you a top-notch go-to option in IEEE. And when it's come to organizational efforts and administration, IEEE careers are really good tools where you can manage everything smoothly. So when it's come to joining with IEEE, you learn how to manage stuff smoothly. And when it's come to academic resources and career guidance, IEEE is the key. When it's come to all the research papers, libraries, and all the research conferences, major research conferences happening all around the world, going with IEEE. In IEEE Explorer Library, you can find anything you want when it's come to your research areas. As well, when it's come to career guidance, IEEE Sri Lankan section provides you a massive opportunity rather than any section around the world. We have IEEE Stud Pro. And with that, you can learn how well I can have a good CV, how well I need to prepare for an interview, and what are the good jobs out there. And they will bring you a really good opportunities in it's come to the industry. As well, the competitions. These days, we have the most hottest competition on earth, IEEE Extreme. When it's come to competitive programming, IEEE Extreme plays a really good browse to all the young coders all around the world. For this, you need to have the IEEE membership to participate. Don't worry, we got you covered. We can give you the membership for 50% almost the discount. Future 50 is the code. I hope one can share the code since I'm not in the laptop, so it's hard for me to share, type and do the presentation at the same time. And when it's come to awards and recognition, remember, getting an award from the most reputed professional body in engineering, too good to be true, in a dream, right? You know your value will come from here, that will go to here. ඔයගලගේ value එක මෙතන ඉඳන් මෙතනට එකපාරම නැගී ඔයාලට award එකක් තියෙනවා නම් IEEE වල. මොකද ලෝකේ තියෙන ලොකුම professional body එකෙන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට හම්බෙනවා award එකක්. ඒ කියන්නේ ඔයගොල්ලෝ professional කෙනෙක් විදිහට හොඳ undergraduate කෙනෙක් විදිහට ඊට පස්සේ හොඳ graduate කෙනෙක් විදිහට එතනම recognize වෙලා ඉවරයි. ඒ කියන්නේ ඕගොල්ලන්ගේ immediate go to option එකේදී in industry, they know they really don't need to train you again, which saves them a lot of time and which saves you a lot of position and go to the next uppermost position. As members, you can get travel grants, scholarships, and many more out there. As a member, as an undergraduate, you really need scholarships. You really need travel grants when it's come to all these outside the country stuff. And when you become a volunteer, it's a different level. What a member කෙනෙක් විදිහට ඔයාලට පුළුවන් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ scholarships සහ travel grants ඒ දේවල් එක්ක යන්න. ඒ වගේම volunteer කෙනෙක් විදිහට ඔයාලා වෙනම skill set එකක් තමයි develop කරගන්නේ. ඔක්කොම soft skills ටික, connections, how to work with professionals, how to there's an emergency like what happened to me, you will learn everything as volunteer in IEEE. When it's come to me, myself, I was a programmer. I was a programmer for almost 4 years, I guess. And then in 2020, I thought, yeah, this is not what I want to do. I want to become a project manager. So I changed my whole career. The same person who brought me to IEEE was one of the very few people who encouraged me to change my career again. And I'm glad again to share the stage with her today. When you become a volunteer in Sri Lankan section, everybody knows you can manage, you can work under stress, you can you know how to become a team player, you know everything which is really needful for the people to do. Next slide. Why you need to volunteer for IEEE? You need to gain confidence to talk in front of many people like this. You need to gain confidence to become a leader. You need to make the change maker, the change agent of your communities. ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් වෙන්න ඕනේ leader කෙනෙක් විදියට. ඔයගලගේ team එකම lead කරන්න. At the end of the day, after another 10 years, you won't be a project manager. You don't be just a program coder or anyone. You will be a project manager or managing level. So to go to that managing level, you need to sharp your leadership skills as well as all the communication skills. ඔයගලන්ට තව අවුරුදු 10කින් ඔයගොල්ලෝ ලීඩර් කෙනෙක් වෙනවා. ඒතකොට ලීඩර් කෙනෙක් වෙනකොට ඔයගොල්ලෝ අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම හදාගෙන ඉන්න ඕනේ leadership skill set එක. ඒ වගේම communication skill set එක. ඇයි කොහොමද මේ volunteering වලින් මේක හදාගන්නේ? හරිම සරලයි. volunteering වලදී ඔයගලන්ට ඕන තරම් වැඩ කරන්න පුළුවන් opportunities තියෙනවා in IEEE as well. ඔයගොල්ලෝ දෙයක් වැරද්දුවා කියලා කවරුත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ව fire කරන්නේ නැහැ. අයින් කරන්නේ නැහැ. අන්න ඒ advantage එක අරගෙන ඔයගලන්ට පුළුවන් වැරදි කරලා ඉගෙනගෙන ඒ වැරදි වලින් ඉගෙන ගත්ත දේවල් next step එකට apply කරලා හොඳ දෙයක් කරන්න. ඒ දේවල් IEEE වල හම්බ වෙනවා. ඇයි ඕගොල්ලෝ engineering background එකකින් ඇවිල්ලා IEEE වල විතරක් volunteer කරනවා. තව ඕන තරම් volunteer organizations තියෙනවා. But this is the largest professional organization when it's come to engineering and computing. So if you volunteer for large professional organization in those fields and you are going to those fields again in the industry, you know the magic, right? Next slide. As I was mentioned earlier, you will be not get fired, you will learn and explore new opportunities and you will experience the new stuff. So that's the most amazing thing is happening in IEEE volunteer. Next slide. Yeah, I have, as I mentioned earlier, this is the largest professional organization. We have IEEE Collaborative, which engaging you with all the professionals out there. We have IEEE TV in Facebook and Instagram. We also there, which you can connect with us. We are to gain new experience and to explore new opportunities as well. The next slide. IEEE Collaborative. Why you need to go to IEEE Collaborative and what is this all about? If you want to expand your professional network, ඔයගලන්ට ඕනේ නම් ඔයගලගේ professional network එක bigger කරගන්න. සහ ඔයගලන් අනිත් communities වලට join වෙන්න මේක තමයි හොඳම platform එක. ඔයගලන්ට ඔයගලන්ගේ යන area එකේ ඉන්න ඔක්කොම professionals මේ ලෝකේ ඉන්නවා මේ platform එකේ. ඔයගලන්ට නිකම්ම පුළුවන් මේ platform එකට join වෙලා ඒගොල්ලොත් එක්ක join වෙලා ඔයගලන්ට වෙනස්ම experience එකක් ගන්න. මේ experience එක ගන්න ඔයගොල්ලෝ හිතයි දැන් ලංකාවෙන් යන්න වෙයි. කොහොමද අපි යන්නේ? Don't worry, we got you covered. එහෙම යන්න වුණොත් ඔයගලන්ට ගොඩක් වෙලාවට travel grant හම්බ වෙනවා. ඒ වගේම තමයි ගොඩක් ඒවා remote ඔයගලන්ට experiences ගන්න පුළුවන්. Cool, no worries. If you think about like you have to go abroad to do all this stuff, don't worry. You will get a travel grant as well. You will be able to work remotely with them. So that's the irony. In this COVID-19 situation, IEEE helps a lot to many people. When it's come to IEEE volunteers, IEEE community help itself to their volunteers to not to get hyped out. In COVID-19 situation, we all are in our houses and we are not going out and it's really stressful. But when it's come to IEEE, we have game nights, we have talk sessions, we have chit-chat sessions, gossiping, and while in the gossiping, we have learning about new stuff. Every time you are covered without going into any depression level or in a really hard stress level. When it's come to IEEE, it's a family in Sri Lanka. With Collaborative, your family will grow in professional manner. Next slide. This is just a snap of the platform. You can go to IEEE Collaborative and explore it by yourself. Next slide. Yes, we have B tools by NGA. NGA is the largest body in IEEE. In NGA, we have B tools which help you to support to do all the events and all the OU analytics. OU analytics means organization unit analytics. That means your chairman and your excom can see how well you are doing and where you need to improve and how you can improve. There are some suggestions as well, and you can see some surveys as well. When it's come to reporting, that's the key point in IEEE and in any professional organization where you can practice that here in your student branch unit. Via IEEE V2 student branch reporting, you will get to experience how well you need to do all the reports and documentations and to put up those reports to the MGA to get your rebates. And when it's come to officer reporting, you will know how to do a task on time, getting the job and handing it over to the next generation. You will learn all the most expensive stuff in the industry if you're going to pay some money to learn for free in IEEE. This is the irony of IEEE. The next slide. This is IEEE volunteering snapshot. If you go to volunteer.ieee.org website, you can see and you can explore all the opportunities out there for IEEE volunteering in all around the world. Next slide. This is about IEEE V2's event. If we go to next slide, sorry, you can see a snapshot of the IEEE events, I guess. Yeah. In every year, all these branches and all the organizational units, I must say, report their events to this IEEE V2's events. And if you go to that site, you can see which event happening on when and where. That's really amazing. Now, these days, we have Facebook as well. If you join to IEEE Student Section Facebook group, you will be updated every time. Like that, we have IEEE events platform for those updates as well. Next slide. And when it's come to all your analytics, as I was mentioned earlier, it's all about the member data and number of members and the business intelligence, which you need to improve, how well you can improve your organizational unit to its next level. Next slide. And you have surveys and, as I was saying, remote conferences and screencasting, which is happening with IEEE sponsorships as well as with IEEE collaboration. Next slide. Here's again a big good thing. When it's come to websites, you know, a website can market your organizational unit 24/7. That's one of the biggest concerns why you need to go for a website. And when it's come to IEEE or your organizational units, if you want to maintain a website for your organizational unit, don't worry. When it comes to web hosting, IEEE got you covered. Just go and request in a site.ieee.org web hosting request to get a web hosting space for your particular website in your organizational unit, which you will get for free. Next slide. And the reporting stuff, as I was mentioned earlier, this student branch reporting is really crucial when getting to the process of getting rebates. And you may wonder why we need to report to this stuff. And I mean, why? Do you know why? Because it's almost about documenting. It's almost about telling the other generations, hey, we have done this. To prove that word of mouth is not enough. Anyone can bluff about anything. And if it's undocumented, nobody can bluff more than that document. And when it's come to all the stuff for generations, which is happened when it's come, if I want to know about an event, which is the IEEE Open Day that held by UCSC back in 2015, I can simply go back to the document and see how well they have done and what are the things that they have done on the past and how well they about to retain the memberships and all, and not everything is documented. So by referring all the documents, I can plan for this year's IEEE Day. Okay, this is how we need to do. They have done this in past. We have the results. So well, yeah, you can do this. It doesn't matter whether you have done the event or not. If you are unable to document it and report it, you haven't done it. Next slide. And the membership validator and web in a tool. So basically, these are some other tools which is offering by IEEE MGA tools. Next slide. And when it's about the brand experience, you can become a brand ambassador for IEEE, where you will learn about brand guidelines, how well can you utilize the resources and everything. So you can go to this website and refer about the brand experience, and you can apply to be a brand ambassador for IEEE. I myself is a IEEE brand ambassador for this year, I guess. Yeah. Next slide. This is the snapshot of the brand experience platform. The next slide. And this is a strategic plan of 2020 to 2025, which we are mainly focusing on all the growth and partnerships and take caring of each other in IEEE. As well, I have to say, IEEE is always about advance in technology for humanity. Without humanity, who we are, how well we can call ourselves as humans? No, right? In IEEE, we believe it's always about goodness than the greatness. Next slide. Connect all of us with these IEEE groups. IEEE Sri Lanka section group is there. Go to the Facebook and join there. Everything will be updated. Everything you need to know and all the events you need to follow, everything will be there. Just go and join there. Next slide. Last but not least, I must say, inspire others. Engage with others. Encourage yourself to support others and empower everyone to meet one goal.
Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves, and also you can put your questions in the chat box.
Mihindu, it's over to you again. Oh, the document first.
It's looked like we have covered everything. Thank you so much, Mr. Vidura, for that very informative session. Mr. Vidura, please accept this digital token of appreciation from all of us.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guys.
Next, I would like to invite Mr. Indrajit Akanaika. He is the lead ambassador of Ieee Extreme of Sri Lanka section. He's a lecturer at the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering at Open University of Sri Lanka. He's here today to share his knowledge and experience in tackling the problems you will be facing in Ieee Extreme. Mr. Indrajit, over to you.
Okay. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, good evening to you all, and glad to see such participation and glad to see such a energy in the community. So yes, I heard of Vidura's speech and it's really good, and I also got some insights and I also got some motivation. So obviously you definitely will join IEEE after this session. Okay, today I'm for conduct a session in IEEE Extreme, how to get involved, how to get ready for IEEE Extreme, and how to get some benefit out of it. Without further ado, let's straight go into the slides because we have some limited time. Let me share my screen. Okay. From the beginning. Okay, now I think the slide set is visible. In case it's not, kindly let me know.
Yes, we can see your screen.
Okay, nice. Okay, as the meeting host mentioned, so I'm currently working as the IEEE Sri Lanka section lead ambassador. At the same time, working for Open University as a lecturer. I'm not that old. I just joined there, and I'm, like you can see me. So yes. Okay. It's so this slide set is generally prepared for all the IEEE Extreme Awareness sessions. Generally, it's for 15 minutes and 10 Q&A, 10-minute Q&A. However, with the limited time, I will fast forward some general points which you already familiar, and I think you already have some sort of knowledge about how to get involved in IEEE Extreme and IEEE and how to get volunteer. So I'm not going to cover that part. So I think Vidura has done a really good job, and it was a really motivative session. Okay, so IEEE Extreme is not IEEE. If you ask it, like, if can I know first? Can I know our audience is from first years, second years, or third years, or final years?
Most
hope
of them are from first year.
from first years. Okay, nice. Okay, then you might thinking of like, what the heck is the IEEE Extreme? Previously Vidura is talking about IEEE, and now I have put some extreme word into there, and what is this? So IEEE Extreme is a competition organized by IEEE. Okay, so it's a competition which like we can call it a competition. Actually, it's a hackathon kind of thing, competitive programming event. Okay, so this is an annual event. In this year, this is happening for the 15th time. This started in way back in 2005 with less number of participants, with less number of countries. But in today, in 2021, 75 or 71, I guess, 75 around 70 countries participating, more than 9,000 students from all over the world, and more than 3,000 teams there. So this is a global competition which you can participate through IEEE. So this is, so I have to say that in previous session, Vidur have clearly mentioned like overall idea about the IEEE and what kind of benefits you can take. It could be either travel grant, it could be either a competition or volunteering experience or whatever. This is only small part in IEEE. This is not a whole IEEE. This is a one hackathon, one competition organized by IEEE. Okay, so the specialty is this is exclusively for IEEE members. So the outside members and the outsiders can't participate for the program. So that's one of benefit you can take out of IEEE membership. And I know some people renew their membership just to participate IEEE Extreme. So this is that much of, there is that much importance there. And yes, I hope you also take some insight from today. And yes, you will start off definitely. In case if you have any troubles, in case if you have any glitches when I'm moving through the slides, so when I'm talking, please let me know. I think we all have connection problems. So okay, let's start off. So this is a 24-hour event, 24-hour hackathon organized by IEEE exclusively for IEEE student members. This is not for IEEE young professionals. This is not for IEEE senior members. This is for IEEE student members. There are two categories of IEEE student members. One is IEEE normal student membership, undergraduate level. The second is IEEE graduate students. So I'm come to the category of IEEE graduate students. Almost all of you come to the category of IEEE undergraduate level students. Okay, so this competition is hosted simultaneously in all around the world in the same time. Most of the time it will started on 12 a.m. UTC time. When we compare it into our time, the IST time in India Standard Time, it would be around 5 a.m. So, and it will be continued for 24 hours straight. So that's one of a few important points. I will cover the proctors, about the proctors in the coming slides. Okay. So I already mentioned in 2020, in last year, there were more than 9,000 teams, sorry, 9,000 students and more than 3,000 teams. So you can obviously have some idea now. So team can consist of 1 to 3 members. It could be either 1, 2, or 3. No more than 3. 3 is the maximum. So yes, that's why there are 9,000 plus students and 3,000 teams. So in most of the teams, there are 3 members, because this is a competition. We do not participate as individuals. This is at the end of the day, this is a group effort, right? So we all practicing the soft skills. We all need to have some fun. So if you are practicing a competition like Ieee Extreme individually, you will get bored, obviously. Like you have no one to talk with, you have no one to discuss with, you have no one to have fun with. So obviously, just go out there, talk to your friends, talk to your seniors or whatever, and form a team and apply for the Ieee Extreme. Then you will be able to have some soft skills as well. You can improve your communication skills. You can improve your group working, team working, and all the other stuff. Okay, so yes, it's always welcoming. It doesn't matter you are from the first year. It doesn't matter you are from the final year. You all can participate. The first years have, actually first years, there is a more advantage because you can participate this year and take some experience and bring that experience to the next year and participate the next year again and win some places, right? So that's what we want actually. And I would need to say, otherwise I will forget this point. In this time, I really want to see some teams from University of California in IEEE Leaderboard, IEEE Extreme Leaderboard, particularly in Sri Lanka, not in global level. Global level, there is more competition and there is more struggle, but we still can. In 2006 or 2007, Sri Lanka came to the first or third place from IEEE global level, which is a big deal, right? So after that, I think no one was able to come to that point, but we can still try, we can still achieve that level because we have proven we are that much of compatible. Okay. So the quality of the competition is managed by the IEEE volunteers like me and like the other organizers. We are doing this stuff for like not expecting anything in return. We are just giving something to the community and we are just raising our word. We are just spreading the awareness. So yes, you can, this is a international competition, so you can get some international exposure. So when I'm teaching to like our students in Open University, what most of the time I'm like asking them to like go for international opportunities, because like when in Sri Lanka, if you consider the Sri Lanka or in your university, you will measure by the exams, right? The typical normal boring exams. But there is no way to compare with the international audience. We do not know what level the other peoples are. So in order to get an understanding and in order to get some exposure, we need to go there, put some step out and apply for these kind of competitions and compare with them. Then you can compare with them. What is your level when you are comparing with a student from USA? What is your level when you are comparing with a student from Japan? So that's the reality, right? So when after the graduation, of course, like you will go abroad. Sometimes you will go for the jobs, and you might go for a career in academia. You might go for a PhD or whatever. You will always get compared with the international audience, right? So you are not like after the graduation, you are not like just a person from Sri Lanka, right? So you are person from global person. You need to compete with the other countries as well. Like if you consider a country like India, they are really competitive. So we need to like I'm not stressing you to become competitive. Like make it for fun. Like don't take it as a typical boring exam. So this is a competition, right? Though, like no one is going to fail you. Okay, so yes, let's go to the next slide. So yes, as I said previously, the competition will start in 12 a.m. in UTC time. You need to get logging into the hosting platform. Hosting platform would be the CS Academy. So CS, if you not known about CS Academy, I think almost all of us know about the hacker rank. So CS Academy is kind of like Vice platform, similar platform to host hackathons and so to host algorithmic challenges. So most of the problems would be algorithm based. In case if you not followed any algorithms modules, it doesn't matter. You have some time. You have like around 30 days to practice. Not 30, not like around 20 days to practice, right? So it's more than enough. If you know some program, some sort of programming language, Python, Java, C++, or whatever, you can practice algorithms within 1 week. It's not a big deal. And of course, you can use whatever the programming language you want. So like when I'm covering through the slides, I'm going to some points which are the, kind of useful and which are the normal questions when I'm get from the audience. Okay, so let's come back to the slides. So there would be challenges uploaded in the each and every hour. So there would be around 25 questions. Around 25, there's no such defined questions, number of questions. Each question will be uploaded with some time gap. So for example, if the first question is uploaded in 5 a.m., the second question will be uploaded after 6, right? So you have some time to solve the first one and go to the next one, likewise. And of course, have some good rest, eat, and don't be like depressed. This is not an exam again. Have some fun. Okay. So we already know this is for 24 hours of competition. There are 25 plus programming languages available. You can use whatever the programming language you prefer. It doesn't matter whether you are using C, C#, C++, Python, or Java, or whatever. 1 or 2 questions will be added in every hour, as I mentioned. No penalty. There is no penalty. No one is going to reduce marks if you give a wrong answer, right? So in some exams we have seen, if you give a wrong answer, there is a penalty. Some of the marks will be reduced, right? So here there's no such a rule. 30 points awarded for a correct answers and 70 extra points can be awarded. So that's depending on the task difficulty. Task difficulty will be decided by the system itself, the CS Academy system. So how they decide the task difficulty? They look at the answers of each and every team. They look at the answers of each and every team and get the average. And if the average is high, they think the question is easy. If the average is low, they assume the question is hard one, right? So if it is a hard question, your marks can be up to 100. If it is an easy one, your marks can be up to 30. So if you want to know information, know rules and all, you can go to, of course, you can go to the Ieee Extreme, this website. I will put this slide and share the slides with the organizers after the session, so you can get some insights there. So these are not that important. In previous year, these are the first, second, third places. I'm going to skip these slides. The competition has began in 2005. This mentioned in 2006, but it officially began in 2005 with around 44 teams. So in 2019, there was 3,722 teams, right? So that's the exponential growth. Okay. So yes, so this is one important point. I will cover this. So there are 3 parties which like involved with this competition: students, proctors, and ambassadors. So you are a student. So you are the people who participating, getting the challenges. And yes, getting the experience, right? So to apply as a student, all the three members of the team should have IEEE membership. That's a must. But there is no application course. So this is the general IEEE membership, which Midura mentioned previously. So if you have the IEEE membership, if you are IEEE member, of course you can participate IEEE Extreme. So yes, you can form a team and participate. It doesn't matter whether you are from which discipline. It doesn't matter you are from the science faculty. It doesn't matter you are from the engineering. So who are the proctors? So now I'm coming to the proctors. Each and every team should have a proctor. Proctor is like a kind of a mentor to guide the team, not to help the team for the questions. The proctor is not helping the students to solve the questions. Proctor is there just to make sure you are not depressed, you are having enough amount of rest, and to motivate you, right? So always the proctor should be a IEEE senior member, or IEEE young professional, or IEEE fellow member. So today of course, I think we have IEEE senior member, Miss Nuvini. So senior members are like members which have some around 5-6 experience. After the graduation, you can apply for the IEEE senior membership. Most of the time, your college, your university professors, university lecturers, not lecturers like me, I'm a very young lecturer, you can see. The senior lecturers, they are the people who have IEEE senior membership, young professional and life membership. So you can assign one of them as your proctor. So one proctor can mentor 20 teams. So for one university, only 1, 2, or 3 proctors would be enough, more than enough. So one proctor can mentor 20 teams. So you just need to contact the student branch. Student branch will assist you how to find the appropriate proctor and get applied. When you are applying in the IEEE V tools, as Vidura mentioned, in V tools you need to apply for the IEEE Extreme. When you are applying, you need to select the proctor. So yes, so communicate with the student branch and get to know how to what the proctor name and all. So the ambassadors are the people like me. If you are interested, you can apply for the ambassadorship in the next year for IEEE Extreme. So we are representing IEEE Extreme. We are spreading the voice. We are spreading the awareness through the community without expecting anything. So it's just a voluntary work, but it's just amazing, and it's like this. This opens us a path to network with more people, network with the international community, network with the organizing committees and all. So you also can get that experience. So I will cover only the important points. I think we have limited time. Yes, so this is not important for you. So almost all of you are undergraduates, so you can form a team of undergraduates. So here the SM refers to senior members, GSM refers to graduate, SM refers to student members, and GSM refers to graduate student members. So all the team members should be from the same university. You are representing your university, you are representing your country, right? So all the team members should be from the same university. And yes, university of course can have multiple teams. Each team should have a proctor. Each team should have a proctor to supervise this 24/7. Sorry, 24 hours, not 7. Yes, so the proctor is not going to assist you for solve the questions, and it's not going to solve the questions for you. It's proctor is there just to motivate you and just to make sure you are not depressed. So he will not there for the entire 24 hours. He will join time to time and check your status, right? So the proctor can serve up to 20 teams. So the important rule to be noticed, this is for the student branch, not for the students. As a student branch, after students registering, like as a team for IEEE Extreme, students are selecting the proctors, right? It doesn't mean proctors are approved that student group or not. So when students are applied through the IEEE V2, the proctor will get an email whether to confirm their proctorship. So the proctor or the lecturer can confirm I am mentoring this team or not. So as a student branch, as a lecturers, we have some have busy schedules. So the thing is, we always like to motivate the students and we always encourage the students to apply these kind of things. But the only thing is, sometimes the professors and the senior lecturers have busy schedules and they will forget to accept all the teams, right? So as a student branch, don't contact them as a student. So it will be a headache, right? So if 50 students contacting a lecturer, it's of course a headache. So just contact one person from the student branch to all the proctors to accept, to confirm all the teams have applied. So otherwise you won't be getting to the leaderboard. If the proctor is in unconfirmed status, you won't be able to get into the leaderboard. You won't be able to get into the awards and all. So you won't recognize as a team, basically. But you can, of course, participate, but you won't recognize as a team. Okay. So please, as a student branch, please contact your proctors and ask them to confirm all the teams. So yes, I have covered almost all its stuff. So the first place will be $3,500 per each member. Second place 400, third place 300, and 4 to 10. So there's a gift bundle and t-shirts and slides. So yes, these are the global awards. In the Sri Lanka also there are a leaderboard. There is no such awards, but you will get a recognition, and definitely your team details will be shared in IEEE main page, IEEE Sri Lanka section page. And when you are applying for your internships, your jobs, the company also will recognize you as a winner from the Sri Lanka. So if you can be a winner from the global, it's nice, it's superb. But start off from the Sri Lankan level, try to be a winner here, and then try to, in the next year, try to be a winner in global level. So this is the basic stuff. If you want to practice the previous IEEE Extreme questions, you can go to this link. And of course, I will share the slide set with you and with the organizing committee. Go to this link and you can practice in the CS Academy. Create an account and try to solve the problem. So this is a typical format of the question. So the topic, heading, this is time limit and the memory limit. So when you are writing a program, you need to consider about the time complexity and the space complexity. I think I have 3 minutes left. So consider those things. There is a standard input, standard output, and the notes. So your code will be evaluated based on the case studies. So the tests, not case studies, the test cases given. So these are the 2 test cases examples. There are some hidden test cases as well. If you're not familiar, just go there and try it out. So I have already mentioned this stuff. So these are some plots. You can follow these things. So these are some numbers from 2020, last year. Yes, if you want to reach out, you can go to your student branches, proctors, or if you want to be more notified, you can get involved with organizing these kind of events. You can just put a message, just drop an email to whatever the committee, whatever the student branch, leadership board, and ask for the voluntary opportunities. Okay, so these are some basic stuff. You can go to the Facebook IEEE Extreme Facebook page and IEEE-Extreme.org to get updated about the competition. These are some email photos from the previous sessions and the sponsors. So this is one important thing. The registration end date would be 16th October. Take a note somewhere. 16th October. Put it in your calendar. Before 16th, you need to apply for the competition. I prefer, if you can, try to apply within the coming week. So the competition date would be 23rd of October. official results will be announced after 4-5 weeks. So to learn more, you can go to the Ieee Extreme website, the Facebook page and all to learn. So that's all. If you have any questions, I'm open to ask. I like fast forward the last set of slides because I want to keep aligned with the time. So I'm Indrajit Akanaika. My email is here. If you want to get in touch with me, you can drop a request in my LinkedIn. And of course, just drop a request in my LinkedIn. I love to get network with more people. So here's the link. Okay, thank you. Thank you for this opportunity. And I'm really encouraging this kind of events which promotes, which encourage and empowers students. And yes, nice to be there as a speaker.
Guys, if you have any questions regarding Ieee Extreme, you feel free to unmute yourselves, and also you can put in the question box. It seems like everything is clear. Thank you so much, Mr. Indrajit, for that informative session. Mr. Indrajit, please accept this digital token of appreciation from all of us.
Okay, thank you so much for inviting.
So we had 2 insightful sessions. Now it's the time for a small change. For that, I would like to invite the treasurer of the IEEE student branch of the University of Kelaniya, Mr. Pasan Jayawardena. Pasan, over to you.
Okay, thank you, Nithmini. So I just put the website link and the pin in the chat box, so you guys can go to that link and enter the pin, so you guys can join with me. So I'm currently waiting for players, so guys hurry up. I think you guys can see the website link and the pin. Go to the kahoot.it and enter this pin. You'll be able to join this little questionnaire. Okay. I guess you guys can see my screen as well as hear the game sound. Hello, guys. Okay, we are having participants. Okay, guys, I'll wait for another minute or two. You guys can join. Just go to kahoot.it and put this pin, enter your name, and you guys will be good to join. Okay, hurry up, guys. We don't have much time. Okay, just a few moments. Hurry up. Okay. Shall I start? Okay, just I'll give you a couple more minutes. Okay, is this all? Okay, hurry up, guys. Let's start when there's no more new participants. Okay. Seems like we have about 20 participants. Still people are joining. Okay, meantime I'll tell you the reward of the first 3 winners of this competition. The first 3 will get a reimbursement of $5 from their new membership from our student branch, and still people are joining, so I think that is all. Let's start the session. Okay, so 3, 2, 1, here we go. The first question is, what does IEEE stands for? Is it Institute of Electrical Engineers? Is it Institute of Electronic Engineers? Institute of Electronic and Electrical Engineers? Or Industry of Electronic and Electrical Engineers? Yes, guys, answer. We have 25 answers. Okay, the correct answer is Institute of Electrical and Electronic Engineers. Let's see the leaderboard. We have Krish scoring 844 in the first place, G in second place, and Hashan in third place. The next question, how many regions are there in IEEE across the globe? Is it 8, 10, 12, or 20? Okay, here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go. There are 10 regions in IEEE across the globe, and let's see the winners. The leaderboard had moves. We have WVB at the first place, Aarti at the second place, and Abhishek at the third place. Next question. What is the digital library which is for accessing scientific research publications in IEEE? Is it IEEE Explore? Is it IEEE Extreme? Is it IEEE Collaborate? Or is it IEEE Spectrum? We have 20 answers now. 26. Okay, let's see the correct answer. The digital library which is for accessing scientific research publications in IEEE is IEEE Explore. For the next question. Oh no, before we can see the leaderboard, Abhishek at the first place, WVB at the second place, and Nuvi at the third place. Okay, the next question is, what is the world's largest programming competition? This might be a little bit easy for you. Okay, we're getting the answers now. Now let's see the correct answer. I told you this might be a little bit easy for you. Just had the session about IEEE Extreme. So IEEE Extreme is the world's largest programming competition out there. And let's now see the leaderboard again. So leaderboard is constantly moving. We have Abhishek at the first place, Nuvi scoring 2,700 at the second place, Kitmi scoring 2,681 at the third place. And on to the next question. Which national project is focused on helping startups? IEEE Innovation Nation Sri Lanka, is it IEEE Technomeet of Sri Lanka, is it IEEE SLSIW Congress, or IEEE SL Inspire? Okay, we have 27 answers now. Let's see the correct answer. It is IEEE Innovation Nation Sri Lanka, which is the national project focused on helping startups. So let's now see the leaderboard again. Okay, we have Nuvi at the first place, scoring 3,735, Give Me at the second place, and Siri at the third place. Okay, on to the next question. This is an easy one for you. This is actually an amazing opportunity for you to network and volunteering. Okay, guys, hurry up. We have 31 answers, 32, 34, still growing. Okay. Okay, only one false answer, and almost everyone had the best answer. And guys, welcome aboard to IEEE, and let's now see the leaderboard, final leaderboard. Okay, give a round of applause. Third place we have Krish. Second place we have Siri. First place we have Give Me. You guys will get $5 of reimbursement from our branch, and take a snapshot of your achievement and send it to us. You will get the related price. And that's the end of the icebreaker session. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Back to you, Nedme. Thank you.
Thank you, Person, for that interesting session. So back to our session. Please welcome Ms. Nuini Shamindi. She is the Vice Chairman of IEEE Young Professionals Sri Lanka. She is the Ambassador of WTN Sri Lanka, and she works at Fortitude as a team lead. And also, she's a Six Sigma Yellow Belt professional. Today, she will share some of her IEEE experiences with us. Ms. Nuini, over to you.
Thanks, guys. I hope everyone can hear me and see me. Good thumbs
Yes,
up.
Ms. Nuini, we can.
Okay, great. Let me quickly share my screen. So before that, actually, just wanted to give an update. So I had to like mark no for the last question because I just wanted to give opportunity for the rest of the three leaderboard who was in the Kahoot game. Okay. So moving on. So today I'll be basically speaking about my IEEE journey and the volunteering experiences that I have gained since 2015. And so I hope, a warm welcome to everyone who is joining for this awareness session. And I assume like there are a lot of people who still don't have the membership in hand. So I think it is a great opportunity for you all to learn more about what IEEE has for you guys. And so as Netmini just mentioned, I'm currently serving as the Vice Chair of IEEE Young Professionals Sri Lanka. So this is like my few of my work that I'm currently doing. So by profession, I'm a team lead, and so also I am working as a Women Tech Makers Ambassador for Sri Lanka for the Google Women Tech Makers program, and also I'm passionate about speaking at IEEE events like this, and also giving talks at other events that have been organized by within Sri Lanka as well as outside Sri Lanka, and also passionate about supporting with the judging processes and moderating panel discussions and giving talks at both Google events and IEEE events. So this is actually why I put this picture here was that to show you all that IEEE benefits and the experiences are everywhere in the world. So it's just not limited to Sri Lanka, or it's just not limited to IEEE Region 10, which we belongs, but it's if you get your IEEE membership, it's all over the world. And so whenever there's an opportunity within any region or within any country, so you have with your membership, it's like a special benefit that you'll be getting to the membership that you'll be gaining. So we have from IEEE, I think previously both Vidura and Indrajit explained benefits of IEEE, and so I'll be giving you benefits from my own experiences. So you have travel and accommodation discounts, and we have IEEE TV, which is a very good source of information, and you'll be getting registration discounts for conferences whenever you want to present, and I'll be going into details. And as the Kahoot just said, we have the largest digital library, which is IEEE Explore. And there are a couple of awards, which is being brought by IEEE for the work that you all do as volunteers. And there are a lot of competitions like Ieee Extreme is one of the largest competitions, and we have IEEE Mobile Application Development Competition. And likewise, in a local level, we have several other competitions. And there are a lot of scholarships which are available for the undergraduates plus the graduate students to support in their undergraduate degrees as well as the master's or PhD degrees. And we have newsletters and ebooks which you can just subscribe to get delivered to your home. And IEEE Spectrum and Potentials are two key magazines that actually brings you with cutting edge technologies involvement. And last but not least, the network is the major benefit from IEEE, which I would say I have experienced so far. There were like a couple of slides which I have put up, but since those were covered by Vidura's presentation, I got those removed. So from academic resources and career guidance perspective, what IEEE brings you is like we have e-learning courses catered to specific needs for you all. Like if you're studying computer science, or maybe if you want to study into data science, or if you want to study into engineering fields. So likewise, there are a couple of different e-learning courses that are available in IEEE. And as mentioned, like we have several lot of magazines and journals. And also when you want to step in into industry, and when you are doing your resume, so we have free resume support via IEEE Resume Lab. So with that, you will be getting expert knowledge or expert reviews for your resume when you are applying for a job opportunity. And also another great opportunity that even I have experienced is that being mentored by senior members within IEEE. And as Vidra mentioned, if you get signed up for IEEE Collaborative, your mentors will be a tap away when you get them added to your circle. So and ask for help. So everyone is really helpful in extending their support towards whatever the mentoring that you want to receive. And also we have several lot of awards and recognition within IEEE area. So we have like in Sri Lanka section level, we have Sri Lanka section level awards, and region 10 level, we have region 10 awards. And from membership and geographic activities, so we have another set of MGA awards. And globally also, there are a couple of awards which you can apply and get recognized within the IEEE community. And also there are a lot of travel grants for reputed conferences, and I'll tell you a little bit more about when I come to my experiences section. And so there are a lot of funding opportunities for projects. So if you or your student branch wants to initiate a project, there are a lot of funding opportunities that are being available that have been made available by IEEE. So you can apply with a project proposal and get the necessary funding to execute your project. And also there are a lot of awards which supports the undergraduate projects. And so for an example, undergraduate student design contest and undergraduate project video contest. So likewise, there are a couple of opportunities that are available for you all to get recognized for the great work that you'll be doing during your undergraduate years. So coming into my experience, so I joined IEEE in 2015. And so it was also like this one of the awareness sessions that we had for Ieee Extreme from my university, which is University of Columbus School of Computing. So our seniors also came and told there's a competition like this, which is organized by IEEE, and being studying information systems. So everyone was encouraged by our IEEE student branch to apply for the programming competition. So then I thought, okay, because it was like a mandatory for all of us coming into the first year to participate in IEEE Extreme. So that forced me to get the IEEE membership for the first time, and it was 2015 which I got my membership, and it was actually to compete in the IEEE Extreme Programming Competition, but didn't know any other benefits about it. It was just for the sake just for participating in the Extreme Programming Competition, I got my membership. Then after competing in the Ieee Extreme competition, so it was in October as mentioned in the previous slide, and there were a couple of other events which were organized by both the student branch as well as the Women in Engineering student branch of UCSC. So since I had the membership, I was thinking, okay, and there are like a couple of activities like these going on, and they were looking for volunteers. So I opted in to become volunteers for several campaigns which we did from the WI's affinity group, and then there were a couple of activities organized by the IEEE Tech 4 IEEE Sri Lanka section as well as WI Sri Lanka section, and so likewise there were a couple of activities going on, and since I had the membership in my hand, I thought of applying for those. Anyway, in student branch, it was pretty obvious that since you have the membership and you competed in the IEEE Extreme competition, so you get the opportunity to participate as a volunteer in a couple of events that the student branch is organizing, and whenever we saw. There are a couple of there are call for volunteerings from the Sri Lanka section and WI Sri Lanka section. So I applied to become a part of those events because from IEEE Extreme that the benefits that it gave to us, and with the knowledge that we gained from the benefits of the membership, I thought like, okay, I would give a try to get into these volunteering activities. So that is how we started. I just started as a volunteer there, just doing some logistics for the student branch, or some mentoring in the sessions that we did for the schools, and doing some proposals for events. So likewise, with the skill set that you have, so you can get whatever the opportunity that you would like to explore. For an example, I like to I'm a person who like to write or blogging or do documentation likewise. So it just made me apply for secretariat positions on the opportunities that are available within IEEE, and that's how I started volunteering for the student branch events plus the events organized by the section. And also when the years are getting passed by, so there were a couple of activities that I got really actively engaged, and there were like a lot of people that I met from very top people, like people from Stanford University and people from Oracle, like all these big tech company names. So those people got to like, we got to associate with them, and it was actually a good experience, because if I was just sitting in the university and doing only my university work, we wouldn't have like met these people, and we wouldn't have made connections. But when got into volunteering in these activities, we met actually really big people that we never thought that we would be associating with. So it was one of the great opportunities. And like then after knowing the volunteering benefits, so I actually gave back to my university, conducting awareness sessions like this, and also doing coding boot camps. And it's always a give and take, because you give something to the university, you give something to your IEEE community or university community, or whoever the people that you associate with, and then you can grab or take the opportunities that are being available by IEEE, like getting recognized from the rewards that are being available. So for an example, so that year we applied for multiple awards that were being awarded by the Sri Lanka section. So likewise, if you do some great events within your university student branch as an individual or as a group of people, so always try to grab whatever the awards or the opportunities that are being available by the Sri Lanka section, or the regional level or global level, because it's all, IEEE is always about give and take back. You give, but if you give your volunteering effort and your skills and towards the success of events, and then you should take back whatever the recognition that is being available for you all. With that, actually, since I was engaged with a lot of activities, and then we got awarded for the efforts that we put for the events that have been organized by the student branch level. So I kept applying for the opportunities that are being available by Sri Lanka section. So for an example, this IEEE, I hope everyone knows IEEE Sri Lanka section Student Young Professional Women in Engineering Congress is the flagship event of IEEE Sri Lanka sections, which is being held annually. So from my 2015 onwards, I kept applying to be a part of that volunteering organizing committee. So in 2015, I applied when I got my membership first, and in 2016 I applied but got rejected. Both the years I got rejected because I didn't have sufficient volunteering experience to get into volunteering level of this big event. So however, I did not give up because I'm a person who actually apply for anything, no matter whether I have experience or not. So I keep applying for the opportunities that are being available. So in 2017 also I applied. I applied because last two in 15 and 16 I got rejected, but in 2017 I again applied to become a part of the IEEE Sri Lanka section student SYWC, because everyone was speaking about it, saying that it's the best event from IEEE Sri Lanka section. So surprisingly, so I got appointed as the co-chair of that year IEEE Sri Lanka section Congress, and it actually was a surprise because last 2 years I keep applying, but I got rejected. But this time in 2017, I was offered to be the co-chair, which is the highest position of the organizing committee, and it was a surprise which came to me, and I really got motivated to engage with more IEEE activities. And also like it was I was the first female co-chair, because for all those previous years the co-chair position has been handled by male students, but this time in 2017 I was fortunate to become the first female co-chair of a Sri Lanka section Congress, and I was proud about it. So the key point I just wanted to highlight here was you never know the opportunities that will come your way until you keep applying, and you shouldn't get demotivated whenever you feel rejected, because there are some other opportunities that will be available. So you should keep trying your level best to get what you deserve. So these are few snaps from Sri Lanka section Congress. It was in 2017. It was held in Yasamaragama University of Sri Lanka, and it was a good event. And so this was my team, and I was actually managing my team, and they were giving their fullest support, and so it was a good experience for everyone who was a part of this great event. And so I think I think it's an annual event, so you all are not too late, so you all can apply even to volunteer at this year's Congress. It's already closed, the volunteering, but from next year onwards you should keep applying to become a volunteer in the Sri Lanka section level activities, and by working in the student branch level activities, gaining experience to reach to the Sri Lanka section level. So it was 2017. I was serving as the co-chair, and then in 2018, Sri Lanka section selected myself as the sectional student representative, and it was totally unexpected. So if you all if I give a quick intro into what SSR role, so it's a sectional student representative, which is the representative for all the IEEE student branches within the Sri Lanka, and so the SSR role represents Sri Lanka section to the rest of the rest of the sections and region as well as the global level. So one person is being appointed for every year to play this role, to be the representative of all student branches and to support the student activities committee chair with the activities that will be organized throughout the student branches. And it was totally unexpected that I got appointed, and I feel blessed. I felt blessed to engage and do some more great things to the IEEE community with the title in hand. So with that appointment, actually, I was actually serving in the student activities committee, steering the my team, as well as was a part of the that year Congress, because a sectional student representative is working as the advisory for the Sri Lanka section Congress next year. And there are like a couple of a lot of activities that that I was part of, being the SSR, and it was a great opportunity to meet people from a lot of different backgrounds. And even today, when I want to get connected to any student branch, I have the contacts in my hand, being supporting 20 student branches in 2018. And with that event, actually, with that position, there was another opportunity that I got. I received a travel grant from Sri Lanka section to attend the Region 10 Congress, which is the Asia Pacific Student Young Professional Women in Engineering and Life Member Congress. And in 2018, it was held in Bali, Indonesia. And it was, it was good times that we had compared the current pandemic years that we are having right now. So we were able to like travel a lot, and we were able to meet a lot of people physically, and we were able to explore a lot of places. So from Sri Lanka section, there were a couple of other delegates, and I was one of them. So we had a lot of cultural events we had a cultural event where we go and showcase the Sri Lanka section, Sri Lanka or our traditional stuff. And if you see here, we have there was like a lot of delegates coming in from region 10, which is the Asia Pacific region, people coming from Japan, people coming from Malaysia. So likewise, there are a couple of it's a good place where you get to meet from people from different countries, and they do follow different practices within the IEEE communities, and you can share what you're doing, and you can get an idea from what they are doing, and you get to explore different topics during the Congress. And also there are a lot of competitions, booth competitions, and these cultural performance competitions. Likewise, it's a great opportunity that I would say one should explore in their lifetime, because you get different kind of people, and doing activities together is a great thing. And last but not least, you should always remember that you should make fun out of the opportunities that you get. And so we actually, after the Congress, we actually stayed a couple of extra days just to explore the country, and we actually went to different places and explored the country, because that was a great opportunity that was given to us for volunteering well in the IEEE Sri Lanka section area. So why conferences matter is actually, so you meet like-minded people from both the industry and academia, and you can hear about a lot of things that you are interested in, the fields that you're interested in, and also you can present what you've been doing for the community. And so even for these events outside Sri Lanka, you can do volunteer, and there are a lot of opportunities that they call for volunteers, and you can always grab the position that you think will be best for you, and learn from them and give back to them. So these are like a couple of other activities that we did from Sri Lanka section. And while doing the community work, there are like a couple of awareness sessions and Sri Lanka section congress and techno meetups. And in my year we initiated a new initiative called IEEE Sports Day. So likewise, there are a couple of events that you can be part of. And if you have the passion to support the community and to get something from the community and to expand your network, I think engaging in these activities is the ideal way. And another great thing I would say from my experience, why I tell you all that to grab the membership and become an IEEE member is that you get a lot of inspiration from the people around you. And I was actually fortunate enough to meet all three IEEE presidents of last three. Miss Kathy Susan Land, who is the current IEEE president, I met her during the 2019 leadership summit in Bangalore. And then Toshio Fukuda who was the previous IEEE president. I met him during the Beijing conference, which was in 2019. Jim Jeffries, so he was the IEEE president in 2018, was able to meet him during the IEEE Region 10 Congress. So likewise, when you meet those people, you get inspired. Like, they are very humble, even though they are like the president of IEEE and CEO of IEEE. So those people are very humble, and there's a lot to learn from them. And with the network that you build up with them, you get opportunity for a lot of other things. A lot of other doors are opening for you to grab opportunities. So what I want to highlight here is that you get try to get inspired by the people that you meet. So you may be going to a small session, and you may be speaking to that speaker, not knowing that he might be in the interview panel or interview board when you get into a industry. So likewise, when you meet certain people, try to get inspired by them and try to associate with them and try to take the best things out of them and build your network, and it will be beneficial for you in the upcoming years. And this is actually here I wanted to talk about the travel grants. So in 2018, I got this travel grant, as I mentioned, for the Region 10 Congress, which is in Bali. And 2019, I got 4 travel grants, but unfortunately, with the all the travel time periods coming together, I couldn't get leaves from my workplace, so I had to give away 1 travel grant. I actually went to 3 conferences in row. First one was in first one was in Bangalore, which is the WYE Leadership Summit. And then soon after finishing that, I came down to Beijing to participate in the another WYE Leadership Summit. And then soon after finishing that, in September, in October, I got another travel grant to get into IEEE Young Professionals in Space, which was held in Dubai. So likewise, so if you keep applying, because I never thought that I will get selected for these, but I kept applying, knowing that since if I have the luck and if I have the relevant experience, I will get a chance. So whenever don't feel or don't feel demotivated if you still think that you don't have experience. Or even when I was applying, I was thinking I don't have experience, but for a surprisingly it was there. So if I tell you an interesting story, so I was on this I was about to leave Sri Lanka for this Beijing summit, and I was in the airport when I got the email saying that you got another travel grant to go to IEEE Young Professional in Space. So it was like a very exciting moment, like no, when you are traveling, when you're planning to travel to another country, you get a notification saying that, okay, after you come down, you have to go to next country. So it was a great experience. And so we met like a lot of people from, if you see this picture in space picture, so all these 4 people are from 4 different countries. So you get to meet a lot of people and a lot of areas that you have never thought that exist. So for an example, for me being information systems, this in space, young professional in space was a new experience, which had a lot of geospatial things. They were talking about NASA and all these big astronomical areas, and there were a couple of astronauts also we got to meet from Dubai. So likewise, there are a lot of new things that you get to explore, and you never know until you apply and you get a travel grant to go and explore these places. And it's obviously free, that you will be paid by IEEE to almost all the expenses, and it's just a free travel that you get to explore the world and learn some new things and give back to the community of what you learned from those conferences. So a little bit about this travel grant. So if you ever want to apply for a travel grant, just think how key areas of focus would be how to apply for a successfully for a grant. Basically check your eligibility for the grant, because there are a couple of conditions that will be imposed, and look at the areas which are not getting funded, because for some one of the travel grants, they were actually funding only for the flights, but the other areas, other accommodation and everything was not funded. So likewise, look at the areas which are not getting funded, and if you are financially capable of getting funds for the areas that they are not funding, I think I encourage you all to do that, because you don't get the opportunities like these. And funding range to be looked at, and go through the grant criteria, because most of the grants you have to submit a report at the end with the expenses, so you have to be prepared for those. So my journey continues like that, with all these inspirations I gained from the people, and all these things that I gave back to the community. So I'm still speaking to audiences like y'all, and it's been my passion so long. And currently I'm an IEEE young professional, trying to bridge the gap between students and the young professionals. And so I keep my journey continuing with the people that are around me. And last but not least, I just want to highlight a couple of things. So you should apply as much as possible for the opportunities, volunteering opportunities that will be available, and experiment with things, and where you can make mistakes and no one will be there to fire you. You will get a lot of experience. Don't regret failures. So like I said, I failed twice applying for the volunteer in the section Congress, but didn't get a chance. But next time I got the opportunity. So you will getting the access to the global tech system and explore opportunities, and try to make new friends whenever you go somewhere. Even right now, when I want to get something done, I have people from couple of countries that I can talk to from, who are just one tap away on WhatsApp. And try to make bold decisions on your own. That is one important thing I learned from volunteering within IEEE. And speak whenever needed for the opportunities that are that you are deserved. So if you feel that you even though you apply, you haven't got selected, but if you think that you have the necessary experience or the criteria, just speak and tell them that, or try to ask back why it's not given to you. given to you. And so 3 things I want you all to take from my session today. So try to focus on the professional advancement, because after the undergraduateship, you'll be going into the either academia or the industry. So the professional advancement is really required, and IEEE has a lot of resources aligned to that. And build a wide and global network. So likewise, and empower future leaders. Like when you get into some place, you should look back and empower the other younger people to get into the level. And that is why I'm still continuing sharing my experiences like this with y'all, because I know for a fact that once you gain that opportunity, it's always giving back to the community once you get the best out of it. So that is actually, so from that we come to end of my presentation. And thank you so much. And if you all have any questions, I would be happy to take it. And you can contact me via my email, or you can get connected via LinkedIn. And I hope to see all of you in places, Sri Lanka section or in regional level volunteering positions. And wishing all of you all the very best, and hope to see you all soon at Sri Lanka section events. Thank you so much.
Guys, if you have any questions, feel free to unmute yourselves, or you can use the chat box to put your questions. Since there are no more questions from our participants, it seems that everything is clear. Thank you so much, Ms. Nuvini, for that inspiring words. Ms. Nuvini, please accept this digital token of appreciation from all of us.
Thank you so much.
Participants, this is for you all. You can get a $5 reimbursement for your IEEE membership. Don't forget that this offer is only valid for the first 30 new IEEE memberships. We have put a form link in the chat box. Please fill that form after you get IEEE membership. And also we will send this form through an email after this session. These days, no session is truly complete without a group photo. I kindly invite everyone here to switch on the camera and join us taking a virtual group photo. In count 1, 2, 3, say cheese. 1, 2, 3. Thank you everyone for joining us in taking the group photo. There's a small request for everyone to fill the feedback form we have put in the chat box. It will be a great help for us to improve in our future events. In any event, there are always those that require thanks and recognition for everything that they did to make this event a success. So let me invite the Vice Secretary of the IEEE Student Branch of University of Kelaniya, Ms. Hasini Samaratunga, to deliver the vote of thanks. Hasini, over to you.
Thank you, Netmini. First of all, I would like to thank all and Ms. Nuvini. I know it must have been difficult to take time out of your busy schedule to be here today to do this session. We are all very grateful for taking your time out for us and giving us a very valuable session. Next, I would like to thank Netmini and Pasan for agreeing to host this session at such short notice. The session went quite smoothly because of you. Thank you for that. Also, I would like to thank the chairperson of the IEEE Student Branch of University of Kelaniya, Mihidu Ieee, along with the executive committee for organizing this event and making this event a possibility. But there are two people I would like to specially mention here, Gayanaya and Poonjit, for doing all the designing and publishing. Thank you for being the backbone of this actually in every event. Lastly, a big thank you to all the participants for being here today. It's nice to see so many new faces interested in IEEE. I truly hope this will be the beginning of a long IEEE journey for all of you. Thank you, everyone. Stay safe and have a good night.
So that brings us to the end of today's session. Hope everyone had a great evening. Stay safe and have a good night.